the illusion of power is nearly as powerful as the reality. So, in your classroom, give the impression of being in control, and you will be in control. But before we get started, here's one that might stop your heart. Why did the EMTs travel in sets of 2? They wanted to be paramedics. There's an old saying, and it's lasted because it's true. If you can't do it, fake it till you make it. If you don't feel confident in the classroom yet, fake it. Because the way you move and the way you hold yourself in the classroom gives a clear message as to how confident you are feeling. Standing limply with your head on one side, looking at the floor, curling one leg behind the other, and clasping your hands are all obvious invitations for a tough class to walk all over you. In times of stress, we all have a range of less than obvious gestures and movements which can signify anxiety, such as touching our noses, rubbing our necks, or tugging at our clothes. Similarly, when our temper is wearing thin, we may clench our fists, tighten our jaw, avoid eye contact, or blink rapidly. While quite natural, these actions, which are usually carried out subconsciously, are a clear indication that you are no longer in full control. Young people are experts at noticing when our limits are being reached. Some will retreat inward, some will feel uncomfortable, and some will take advantage of a teacher they feel is losing it. When people are nervous, they also tend to move around a lot, shifting their weight from side to side, fidgeting, and wringing their hands. So try to keep still. When you're addressing the group, refrain from making lots of wild hand gestures and either plant your feet in one spot or walk very slowly around the room. Aim to take an open posture when you're talking to students. Hands at your sides and palms facing upwards, particularly if they are pushing for an argument. It suggests cool, calm confidence. When moving around the classroom, try to use all of the room. This keeps students on their guard, prevents secret plans being hatched in isolated corners, and gives a subtle but powerful message that you are in charge, that you control the classroom, and that you go where you want to. Moving around the classroom is done much more effectively if you lay out the classroom in a way that makes movement to any part in it effortless. You should be able to get from point A to the furthest point B in your classroom in under 10 seconds. Most teaching is done from the front of the classroom, near the computer or the whiteboard, but it doesn't have to be done here. You might want to try teaching key points occasionally from the sides and the back wall. This will make sure that everyone's attention is on you and not on just the front of the room. And while you're moving, you can make your presence felt at every table, quite innocently. You can do this by checking students' work, offering support, and giving praise to individual students. And don't forget to smile. If you opt for the "don't smile until Christmas" routine, you run the risk of turning students against you. It's a miserable way to teach and a miserable way to live. A smile makes you much more approachable and more appealing than a frown. And it obviously suggests that you're relaxed and comfortable. Sometimes lessons will fail. Students will act up. You'll be tired, upset. Things might be going wrong at home. And you won't always be able to do your best. But you can always act your best. So, even if you're not feeling like it, put on a smile. Get in there and give 100%.